How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. Today I'm going to cover some of the things that I stopped buying that I wish I knew sooner. These are the things that I used to buy, but because of experience and new things that I learned, I no longer even want to buy these items anymore. And I hope to share these with you so that you can cut down your budget a lot more. Sometimes when you learn additional things about a certain item, you no longer want to buy anymore because you find out, wow, it's really terrible for you. For these items, I try to hone in at the exact moment at which I sort of change my mind about things and I sort of weaned off of whatever item it is. It's usually some little event and then I go, oh my gosh, what have I been doing all this time? And then so the months later or years later, I try to buy it less and less, I guess. So the first thing that I've reduced dramatically in buying is alcohol. I used to buy beer all the time. You know, every single week or two, I would buy a case of beer and I would bring it home. That happens to be very costly. And nowadays, I don't even buy at all. I haven't bought beer from the store for the last 2-3 years or so. With that said, the turning point for me was when I went to a Body Worlds exhibition and they showed an alcoholic's liver all splayed out for everyone to see. What I saw was all these little dark spots all over the place. It was basically all black and I was like, oh my gosh, if an alcoholic had such a terrible liver, what does mine look like after all this heavy drinking? Seeing a physical liver preserved and with all these black spots really drove home for me. Whenever I drink, I am not myself anymore. After maybe 2 beers or so, you know, I don't remember much after that. It seems like whatever I do is not really under my control because, you know, you release all inhibition. So in a big party, when people drink, it's like at the event. After a certain point, it really no longer matters that you're even there because no one is going to remember anyway. It just seems like after you have 1 or 2 drinks or so, that time afterwards seems to not have happened at all. Not to mention that after you drink, if you heavily drink, the next day is completely wiped out depending on how old you are. The older you are, the longer recovery it takes. So these days, I've been more stringent about not drinking at all in social events. And it turns out as soon as I put my foot on it and I'm like, you know what, this is it. I'm not going to drink and no one's going to make me. And you really have to overcome peer pressure in order to do this. And once I'm able to do that, well, you know, I don't have to drink anymore and I'm pretty fine with this. So with that said, I still have a bottle of beer in my fridge left over from the days when I used to buy beer. Well, as soon as I finish that, I think it'll be like the last hoorah and, you know, I won't be buying it anymore. The next thing I want to talk about is paper towels. 15 mega roll pack. Let's see, 9, 10, so I used 5 so far. Do you guys know how old this is? I don't really remember exactly, but it feels like about 4 to 5 years old. Anyway, I'll set that over there. The deal with paper towel is I started using a lot less of it. Usually for any kind of cleanup, I would use a reusable sponge or a towel to do the cleanup. I sort of still use paper towels for meals, but you know, judging from this thing, I hardly ever use any of this, mainly because whenever I go out, you still have like a small amount of napkins that they give you. I don't really go and, you know, take a big wad of it, but like whatever they give me, you know, I just kind of pile it up in a pile and I use it during my meals. Using this method and without even trying, I'm not even going through this amount of paper towels that I already have. I really wish, you know, I kind of use it all up because I really don't want to have this sitting around. Now, what this says is just using my regular method where in most cases, you're using a towel or a sponge to do cleanups. Then you're essentially not going to be needing all that much paper towel. Maybe you can still buy like 1 or 2 rolls a year or something, but generally a lot of families might have to go through something like this, you know, once a month or something. The next item that I stopped buying that I used to buy is restaurant sodas and sodas altogether. Long time ago, I remember going to the grocery store whenever they have a really big sale. I think 12 pack was like $2 or something. I would go and load up on the 12 packs, 5 of them at a time, you know, one big cart full of sodas, and I'll haul all this home. Suffice to say, soda is bad for you, but how bad is it? You really have to look up how bad the sugar is in it. There's like, I think 11 or 12 teaspoons of sugar. Well, drinking enough of that is really bad for your health. Gonna cause diabetes, etc. When you go to restaurants or fast food restaurants and buy their fountain sodas, it's basically the same thing, except you're paying a lot more. $2 for a soda, you know, it only costs them about 10 cents of syrup, and then they mix in with carbonation or water. That's how much it costs them. That is a high margin item for them to sell. So aside from wasting money and it being bad for you, a lot of times the water that they use is tap water. Sometimes I can taste it. When you get a soda from a restaurant, you taste it, it tastes kind of like tap water. So with that said, I know a lot of people are addicted to soda. It took me a really, really long time to wean off of soda because I remember I used to drink 1 can a day almost. The only way I can help you guys out is look into what sugar does to you, the added sugar. I'll leave a link down below for that sugar video that I watched, which caused me to sort of wean off soda even more. Once you watch that video, then you'll go, oh man, sugar is really, really bad for you. I should really stop drinking as much soda and all this added sugar. Then that's just the realization that it's bad for you. But then your body still goes, you know, I really want it. You crave having the soda. You want this fizzy texture in your mouth. Then what you need to do is just slowly wean off of it, you know, like every 2 weeks or so, drink 1 less can of soda. Let's say every single day you drink 2 cans of sodas, okay? 14 cans a week. Well, the next week, you know, do like 13 cans a week, you know, do that for several weeks, and then do 12 cans a week. Do that for several weeks, and then you just slowly taper it off. Just slowly adjust to it because your taste buds is going to adjust to having less and less soda. With that said, I would still have very, very specialized drinks in restaurants. You know, if it's some sort of tropical drink, yeah, I would still get that if they have like pineapple juice, guava juice or whatnot. Another item that I stopped buying is sneakers. Sneakers are great and all, you know, for running and stuff. But if you really look at it, I used to buy sneakers once every single year. That's how fast they wore out. For some reason, I did not realize that, wow, you know, those things are so generic. They break up so fast. Then suddenly when I did not get sneakers anymore, because sneakers is usually cloth bound stuff, suddenly I decided, hey, you know, I'm just gonna get a pair of these leather shoes, you know, basically any kind of shoe that is all leather, okay? Any part that is not leather is eventually gonna break. So those leather shoes is usually more expensive. Well, in a way, if you buy really expensive sneakers, it's almost just as much as regular leather shoes. You realize that those leather shoes is gonna last much, much longer than any kind of sneakers that's made out of cloth or any kind of polyester material. So I don't buy the sneakers anymore and I buy the leather ones instead, and those usually last you about 3 years or more. That's all I have for you for today. I hope these tactics allow you to wean off these particular items and lets you just completely cut them out of your budget. If you don't buy them, well, you're gonna save a lot more money. What I advocate is not you trying to not buy them at all. You want to not want to buy them at all. Then you would really be saving money, because if you just force yourself, then that's a different story. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to push that subscribe button and ring that bell icon. Thanks for watching.